What's going on, guys? Brandon here, coming to you guys with a brand new YouTube video. And in today's video, it is kind of a sequel to my About Me video. After I made my About Me video, I included, a little information about my major and some of my hobbies. And a lot of you guys had questions about why I chose Iowa to pursue my major and pursue those hobbies. Yeah, so I just thought I would go through why I chose Iowa and why I thought Iowa was the best option for me and why it might be the best option for you. So to start, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I didn't really choose Iowa because of anything to do with my major. For those of you who don't know, I'm a psychology major under pre-law, and although Iowa has a good pre-law track and a phenomenal psychology department, that wasn't really the number one reason why I chose Iowa. And before I get into my number one reason why I chose Iowa, I kind of want to talk about Iowa for a little bit. Iowa just has a really great way of including all aspects of who you are as a person, and they do a really good job of making all aspects of you feel included in the university and make you really feel like a Hawkeye. Like, they have multiple different clubs and different working opportunities that if you have different interests, you can find these opportunities and overall just be more involved in the university. For example, one of my passions is filmmaking and like making YouTube videos and stuff like that. And I'm making YouTube videos and getting paid by the university to do so. That is something that I never thought I would be doing in a million years, but the University of Iowa has, presented this opportunity. Another thing I mentioned in my About Me video is that I'm really into gaming. I'm a part of the Iowa Esports for Call of Duty at the University of Iowa. And that is, another thing that I didn't really expect to get out of college. And these kind of like other passions and hobbies that I had that weren't really at the top of my looking for a university list, but those things happen to be the deciding factors that I can really get to pursue, other things other than my major and my academics, and the university was willing to support that. Other than the opportunities that the university provides and gives us, the second reason that I chose the University of Iowa is the campus itself. I honestly love the campus. It reminds me of kind of like a small village, small town area, but yet it still has like a big city feel. If you're just like walking down Clinton Street, you have everything right by you. Kind of reminds me of New York, where like all the stores and everything would be right side by side. But then you look out and you have like, the big field, and then you have the Pentecrest, and it just kind of has like that big city feel. So the campus itself was another big reason why I decided that Iowa was the best choice for me. I'm actually editing this right now, and I realized I forgot to mention an important part. The influencer program that the university has is another great program that I recommend you guys join. I mentioned this in my About Me video, and I said that I would talk about it in a future video, so I guess I'll talk about it now. Basically, through the influencer program, I get tickets to the different events that the university puts on. I have gone to my first football game through this, my first basketball game through this, and it is something that I never thought I would get to do, especially through a college, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of like, a surreal thing you wouldn't really expect to get out of a university. You get a ticket, you show up to a cool event with a friend, you get to post a story about it, and then, you have a great time. Like, it's not something that you would ever really expect, and the university provides this. So yes, I had to interrupt to point that out, but back to the video. The third reason why I chose Iowa was actually an academic reason, believe it or not. I'm a huge fan of writing. I like to write. Papers are probably my favorite thing to do. I would 100% rather write a 10-page paper than take an exam. But yeah, writing is another thing I'm super passionate about. And Iowa actually has the #1 rated writing program, I think. Not too sure, I'm gonna have to double check that. But they are a phenomenal school when it comes to writing and when it comes to literature. So that was another reason why I decided that Iowa was the best choice for me. It had everything that I needed other than my majors. And the reason why I looked at it like that was because in my head, I think, any university can fulfill my major. Any university can fulfill a psychology and pre-law major. But not every university has the abilities and the resources to help out with hobbies and help out with other passions. The University of Iowa has multiple resources to help out with those passions and to help out with those other hobbies that you have, like gaming, like filmmaking, multiple others. To wrap it up, the University of Iowa overall is a phenomenal university, and they do a great job of making sure that they can help out with every aspect of an interest in one of their students. They really take initiative to make sure that if you have an interest, they have a way that you can do this and feel included in the university. And I think that is the greatest thing that you can look for when going to university, especially if you're moving to a whole new place. You can find friends through these clubs, through these activities, and through these different job offers. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.